What's going on, guys? So today we're going to be doing a little bit of a different review. We're going to be doing an upgrade / update review for the Newage Constructicons. I did order this update box here. If you scan this QR code right here, it'll take you to a thing, or I'll just put the link in the description down below for some instructions on how to do these conversion parts. So this is everything that comes in the box. It comes with a new front end for Mixmaster, and it comes with a new back end for Scrapper, and another new front end over here for Hook. Now the main reason for most of these upgrades is for the legs in the robot mode. So all of these do have their own purposes, but before we do these things, I want to do the part that I'm totally unsure about, and that's the ratchet upgrades for Devastator's legs themselves. So the thing is, so I got Devi here in sitting mode. They're trying to fix these. So the thing is, with the first click, goes out that far. So this is your straight up and down. There's a lot of teeth, you know, or big gaps, I should say. So bunk, 2, 3, 4 to get it out to the side there. So there is a way to upgrade this, and we do have screws here and here, and there's this. Now I do know that generally speaking with these things, there are going to be I'll go ahead and get this gun out of his hand, make life a little bit easier for me. There's going to be springs and whatnot. So what we're going to do to make sure we don't screw up too bad, we're going to take apart one and leave the other one intact. That'll also give us a difference when it comes down to it. Now, it does come with these two new screws here. One's a cap head, one's a non. But I think those are used for these. So there's a screw that holds this part together on Scrapper. Well, that's a black screw. That's interesting. In theory, that's what the new screws are for. And then, okay, that's the Scrapper back end. And then this one in the middle of Mixmaster, I believe, is going to make a big difference here. Hold on. I believe that's what that screw is for. I'm trying to figure out how to bend at the waist. I guess I'll have to put them in robot mode to get to that one. So the video instructions do show that, but I'll have to figure out if that's what these screws are for. I thought they were going to be for this section, but clearly not. So we'll set that aside. I do have the new ratcheted teeth, and generally speaking, you're going to have like one that goes into the other, and then there's probably some type of keeper there. I'm not sure, so that's why we're going to have to compare it. So we do have a tiny, tiny screwdriver that they sent along. I'm going to use it because, frankly, I don't have a screwdriver that small. And hopefully it's good enough. Now, it's really funny if you follow the Now You Made It Awkward podcast and go back a few weeks to a certain episode, you'll actually hear my co-host Ricky doing this upgrade live on the show. Oof, didn't like that. Okay. Damn. Already breaking this damn screwdriver. Yeah, that's already not working. Wow, good job there, Newage. Include a screwdriver that can't hold its shit together. Hold on, let's see if this will work better on these. Okay, so this one's gonna work better here. So let me go find my other small screwdriver set. Okay, so I'm going to try this little guy here. Should work nicer than that one did. And yeah, of course, these are going to be insanely tight. And generally speaking, the screws themselves are probably hardened. Whereas those screws, there's no way these are for those. So in general, these are probably hardened screws, but the screwdriver is not. That's why it was slipping. Okay. So what I don't want to do is let go of this because that's usually how it goes flying. Alright, I have a spudger here. Alright, I have transformers all over the place, so I gotta be careful here. And here's the weird part. There's no instructions for this, comparatively. Like, so the instruction video came for the bots themselves, but not for Devastator. Okay. So don't do that yet. So there's definitely the spring section there. So I'm going to bring the camera up as best I can. Here. Let's see what the heck's going on. And I hope there's no glue. That's usually something that happens. There we go. That's what I want to see. A little bit of gappage. Thing is, so those two screws should be all that holds this thing together. But I'm starting to feel like the thighs actually hold on to these. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't know how to remove the thigh armor there. Because you got a center one there, and then you got these other ones. There's no way to get through there. I guess the other thing could be is if these are held in by... Let me see here. See, and usually you have a mushroom cap here, and the thighs, this part here, will be encapsulated that way. It's almost never done the other way. It's really strange, not gonna lie. Okay. To where this is holding that together. That is weird. Also, how the hell am I supposed to get these screws out? Okay, I'm gonna try this guy. Big screw. All right. Yeah, so how... Unless you can take this piece off. Oh, which just pops right up now. Go figure. Oh, was that not even held on? So that just plugged in. Okay, so let's just see. Ah, crap. Okay. No, that's fine. That's fine. All right. Hopefully all the screws are the same, so you don't have to guess. But just in case, we're going to line them up. I also had no clue how long this would take, so sorry if it does take a little longer. If I get into a redundant part, I will definitely edit that. In fact, probably will skip the whole other side. All right, so what's happening here is the spring that I already talked about is currently pushing the entire leg assembly apart. Okay, so very careful. Very careful. Okay, so set that there. Grab this guy off the spring, like that. And pull this over here. Alright, so here's the thing that I don't know. I also got to wonder if, because there's multiple ratchet sets here, part of me wonders if it's got to go, or if there's another piece that I'm missing here. Don't think so. Okay, so this faces this way, and this is coming in here, like so. So the other question is, where is this other knee joint here? I mean, in theory, that's where the other one goes. But see, I don't know. So there's a thing that has no ratchets on it, and then I have the ratcheting teeth here. And then inside there, okay, that one's already come out. That's good. So what I need to do, okay, so this is the left leg. Oh yeah, you can see a huge difference here. The weird thing is, like, yeah, so it must be these here. All right, so I have nippers handy, so I don't have to do this the hard way. Okay, so that was inside here, and then held in place this way, I believe. Yeah. Presumably it's Q-shaped for that reason. Yeah, and that'll help align that for sure. Okay, so that's that one. And then this guy goes on the opposite side and is held in place that way. Make sure I've got the left side going. So this one was on top of the spring, like so. But I have no idea, like, it was like this. Or is it like, okay, so hold on. Which way was the back of the leg? This is the, oops. This is the screw head side of the leg. So that's the back. This is the front. So as I pulled that out, that was inside there. The springs themselves, fuck. Let's not lose our shit here. Okay, so that's that. I got spring. Where did the new ratchet go? Oh, there it is. All right, so the thing I don't know. Okay, so this one has to go like this. That one's like that. Okay. So the spring goes inside there, holds that up against the other one. So the spring actually goes in here. This will come in from the front, and this is held in here like that. But I think, what I'm thinking is that these here are meant to block that somehow. Because that's what that looks like. That looks like that has to go there. But that doesn't make sense. Hold on. Let me see. I feel like Ricky mentioned something about this when he was doing it. Because this feels like it's meant to hold a very specific gap. But the weird thing would be that it would sit there like this. That go on top of it? That doesn't make sense. Because the spring wouldn't be able to move. So this serves a purpose. I just don't know what it is. Okay, so spring goes there. Toothy guy goes on top of that. Like so. Hold on, where's the back of the leg? Okay, so this is the front of the leg. Okay. So let's slip this down here. Doesn't really matter, if we're honest. Because it just means that regardless, it will be held in place like so, and like so. Make sure I screw that back together. And yeah, these are magnetized by chance, actually, not by factory. Okay, so let's get this screwed back together. Okay. The hard part is I'm having issues with my hands right now, so I have no, like, squeezing power to put this back together. And mind you, this isn't the first toy that I've had to upgrade or repair. I've done ratchet replacements on other ones. I've done full on, like the Planet X Megatron, had to do an entire hip replacement. The Planet X Grimlock, I had to take it apart to help fix the joints, like, because they were too tight. Yeah, so that's that part. Now let's see. Okay, so I'll compare the actual legs here in a second. Like I said, this is going to be the harder part. And those go in like smooth as butter when you're not fighting a spring. Okay. Then this guy was just plugged in and clipped in. Okay, so there's one leg done. So just for giggles and whatnot, this one goes out, dunk, 2, 3, 4 to go straight out. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now we get 7 clicks, and look at the angle. The angle is actually more straight than if you come all the way down. I didn't even realize when starting from a complete down position. It actually sits a little nicer inward. So there's the resting position. So from the first click, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Almost 8. If not actually 8. So that's a big deal. I do wonder if... I wonder what this was meant for, because I feel like it has a purpose. Sadly, it has to keep something in, but I don't know what. It's weird. So I don't know, but I'm going to stop for now. Replace the other ratchet and then come back. Alright guys, so I did remember what these are for. Actually, I ended up thinking back to the conversation with Ricky, and the funny thing is like, I was kind of right when I was talking about how it does fill this spot. These are actually meant as friction joints, not ratcheted joints. So that's actually what they are for. I'm trying to get this one in here, and it just doesn't want to do the thing. Come on, buddy. There we go. So I'm going to put this one together, and we'll see the difference between a friction and ratchet, just for the heck of it. All right. Okay, I lied. The only thing is, like, to do it, you're going to have to sand this guy down to make it go on. It is super, super tight. But either way, that is the point of these extra gray bits that I was confused by. They are for friction joints. So you can do that and get rid of the ratchets entirely. I don't know why you would. With something this size, you probably want some ratchet stability. So either way, I'm going to finish this back up. Okay, all done. So we got our legs. Boop, boop. Lots more ratchets. I like that. That's a good thing. And the old ones are still here. Yeah, like you do. The friction ones, I would say if you want to do that, you would have to sand down the joint just a little to give yourself some clearance sake. And the irony being that it's too tight. The only other thing I would say that they should do is beef up these forearms a little bit, like above the elbow, because that gets a little skinny, like real fast. And probably swap out these hands. I'm not keen. I've never really been too keen on these hands. So either way, let's do the upgrades to the individual bots themselves. Okay. Okay, so for a scrapper, this isn't too bad from what I saw, so we're going to go ahead and just get him at least partially transformed here. And actually, I'm just going to transform real quick. Okay, so the main reason that we're doing any of this is because massively hollow backs of the legs. Now, what I find funny is they give you an entirely new hip section and all this stuff, so they didn't bother to redesign this area, and they could have just given you new ball socket legs there, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna take a quick shot of this for comparison after we do the swap. Okay, so this one, we do want to open this up, and we do have a super tiny screw right there. We will use their itty bitty screwdriver right here. Now, the main reason for this is to remove this pelvis piece. And I guess they were just saving costs by not giving us a new pelvis piece. And it looks like this is one of the screws that they want you to replace. I'm going to see if the new one will work with it or not. And what's really funny is you also, if you don't, I would feel like you could probably pop this section off to replace with the new one if you were going to. But for right now, what the instructions tell you to do is grab these shoulders and yoink the upper torso up like you're transforming him. And then you have the mushroom peg in the center. Now, this is definitely an uncomfortable thing to do, but you're supposed to, do that. That freaking hurt, by the way. All right, so take the old legs, set them there. We'll grab the new legs here, which are that are transformed up at the moment. It took me a while to figure out exactly how to transform these things. So let's see here. Can I untransform them? I don't know. Because it's stuck. Dang it. How did I transform these? I don't even remember. I do believe it's just because there's a tab. Yeah, there's tab holding that together. All right, so let's bring this up. Separate here. You want to, and this is basically, we're going to show the process here. Pull this one out. Flip this out. Utilize the knee here. Bring this up and out like that. And now you've got a slot here. Tab there. Grab the bottom of the footums and just bring that back like so. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Pop this guy out. Not the easiest thing in the world to do, but it's there. And what was holding everything together was these tabs were plugged into there. So go ahead and flip a foot out. Bring this up. Grab this here. Once again, pull it up and out. And then flap down. Close that, ankle back or heel back, whichever, like so. And there's our new legs, and we're going to go ahead and put them in place into the scrapper. Oh, wow, that is a different purple. Is it really? Where's the old one? Oh, yeah, super different purple. Look at this. Look at that. They didn't even color match their own damn plastics. Good job, Newage. Okay, so that's tucked in there now. And this guy has to be inserted here. I'm just going to see if the old screw works. I don't feel like switching to the new one because it's silver. This one's black and I like it better. Good enough, as far as I can tell. Alright, so let's bring these parts back down. So we have scrapper in new mode, and here's what the new backs of the legs look like compared to the old ones, and that's significantly different. So, throwing those aside, show off the transformational difference here. So let's get him back to how he needs to be. So the uncomfortable. Oh, he still has a flip-floppy ankle. That's good. All right, so yoink the upper body back up, like so. So he's, shrugging really badly. Okay, and then utilizing our sliders. Fist go in, sliders go in. Now, the instruction video that I did watch for this was in a cool stop-motion format. I don't have that ability, so don't ask. I will not be doing a stop-motion conversion video here. Let's see here. I know that's supposed to go to there, but I think this has to come up and out of my way first. So push this up, rotate, and then tuck that into there like you do. Do the same thing on the other side. Nope. Rotate, then do it. Okay, so this part's the same. Heels are the same. The tractor part here, all the same, like that. The new thing is what's going on back here. So to transform into... Now, I'm just doing this because it's roughly going to be the same. All right, by the way, I wanted to point this out. So for vehicle mode, the wheels now push up and out of the way, which is pretty awesome. All right, so flip this out. We're basically going to take it back to vehicle mode. So push this in, and all that will go down. And I think I did that wrong, gonna be honest. Okay, so I think this needs to, yep, flip back up. And then the whole thing comes down and in on itself. Make sure the foot, oh, hold on. Forgot about this. Oh, no, that's right. Okay. The foot was already in the right spot. Go figure. So make sure the foot is good here. Flip this guy in. And then this will come up here and tab into place like so. Do the other side. Ankle. This is going to collapse in like so. In like so. Flop down. Nope. What am I missing? Oh yeah, this. Then that. And then we're going to flippity floppity. Easter's on its way. So here's the thing. This is the thing that's a little bit different. So I need this gap here so that I can connect to Devi. It'll still connect the same way on this little T. You just gotta have the gap here. Tab that in. Slide that in. Close that up. And now you have your scrapper in the right mode, more or less. So there we go. There's scrapper done. No real need to show them off in vehicle mode because this is essentially vehicle mode. And these can stay forward or back depending on your preferences. Just is what it is. I wasn't sure which way it actually rotated. There we go. So you can still have the wheels out and about like that. All right, so let's do our other leg while we're here. Okay, so for Mix Master, we're changing out the entire front truck section. And here's a comparison. I mean, it's similar, but you can see significantly thicker. And also, they painted the bumper for reasons. I'm not sure. The way the toes work, totally different. All this stuff's going to be very, very different. You can see here where the old crotch is versus where the new crotch kind of situation is going to be. The other thing is, I hope that on the new one, this particular thing here, the retainer, is a little bit better. So this one we're going to have to take apart a little bit more difficultly, as it were. But I'm going to get him transformed to bot mode real quick so we can see the difference in what we're replacing. Alright, there we go. So got Mixmaster here in bot mode. And yeah, the biggest thing was the extremely hollow feet. I mean, like, even if you opened up the Devastator toes, that didn't do anything for you. Now, originally they were talking about doing, like, basically just a filler piece and stuff like that. I mean, you even got this crazy ankle, so to speak. So, all right, we're gonna go ahead and get all this out of the way. And from what it showed, you need to basically, I guess, have it extended and then use the bend. Oh yeah, there it is. That is gonna be hard to get to. How the heck am I gonna get that? So there's the screw, and that's the button head. Yep. So I don't know. I do not like coming at that screw from an odd angle. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But I'm going to go ahead and get it to the best of our ability. I mean, it's a short little screw, so it's not that big a deal. Okay. So pull that out, and then he's just on a slide joint there. And I haven't transformed this yet into the legs. I actually transformed it to truck mode here last night. So let's go ahead and pull this out. See, lift this up. And I think these are meant to stay flat like this. Not sure, because this area seems like it is so strange, like in comparison. So like this would be a fully extended leg, yeah. This looks like it. So these are Devastator toes. That's the part I'm confused on. Okay, so I think what's happening here. Oh yeah, there's a panel on the inside too that needs to open up. Alright, so like that, then rotate. Oh, there's a spring-loaded gimmick here. Okay, that's right. So this needs to pull out, flip, in, I think. I saw something about that when I looked at the instructions. Okay, so we want this to come up, right? That's already... Should have paid more attention to this particular chunk of instructions. Okay, so that is on a double hinge there. That looks nothing like it should. Let's see here. See, that looks like it should slide in and out because of this gap. Let's see here. Pop this up. And then I don't need this out. So that can rotate. Yeah. Close that back up, huh? See, the thing is, like, this tab is here, which leads me to believe that something has to move for that to plug in. I'm going to have to reconsult the instructions here, jeez. So for the other foot mode, oh yeah, there's the gap here. Okay, so there's a bend here. And then this basically pulls out like so. Oh, okay. I see what's up now. And then we want this to come down. That's a Devastator foot. This should come down here. Lock into place there, I would think. Yep, okay. But then we've got all this section going on back here. What do I do with it? So you don't want, the Devastator foot isn't meant to be his foot, I don't think. Well, maybe it is. Maybe it is. Because it still works. Yeah. I think that's correct. I'm going to have to look at it. By the way, that is bright. I got to darken this down. Probably these super bright lights. Okay, so I think that's correct. I think that is correct. It's weird. Definitely weird. But I guess you could also bring that back that way and give you a bit more of a foot. Alright, so let's see if we can figure this out on the other side now. It's all strange. Like it's overly complex, if I'm honest with you. Okay, so let me pull this out. Fold this flat. Yeah? I believe. Yeah. All of this needed to hinge out. So this guy hinges up. That's got to come out somehow. Okay, like that. Got it. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so that's how the truck mode locks into place. Neat. Okay. That's interesting. Okay, so flip this out. Now we're good here. We're going to bring this area up like so. And then, once again, pull this up. And flip that around. That will tab into there. this whole thing flips this way, and that tabs into there. Then that gives us our ankle, like so, and then we have hips and whatnot. So the other thing is, these thighs don't match the hips in any way, shape, or form. On the old one, they do. The funny thing is, it eliminates this chunk entirely, which is funny. That's a huge, huge difference between the two pieces. Interesting. Okay. So let's put them back together now. Hopefully it works. Okay. Let me rotate it this way, see if that helps. So that doesn't sit down near as deep. That's bothersome. I'm going to use the old screw because it's longer. The new one doesn't have a point on it. That bothers me. Can I get it with the long screwdriver? No. Can I get it with this guy? Oh, in theory. Oh, shite. Oh, shite. Where did it go? There it is. See, the hard part is that there's just so much mass in the way here that it's just not going to be easy. So if I can get that out, like so, and then try it out this way. I don't like it, but it's working. Okay. And the issue is definitely that it can only be so tight, you know? See, the dumb thing, like, it would have been great to be able to access it that way and really, really get in there, but that ain't happening. Man, this tiny screwdriver was not meant for this much torque. I think that is about as good as it's going to get. All right. Let's flip that around. Let's get this guy down here. All right. Fix his backpack. All snuggity bug, like so. Snuggity bug in a rug. All right. And, wow, it's friggin' weird looking, but I think it's correct. So here's the new legs, and then the old ones. Like, so you can just see the difference. You know, similar in effect, but you got real feet. And then compared to the backs of the old legs, as they were very, very different. All right, so let's get this, oh, holy crap, transformed to combine mode. Go ahead and do this part, get all this up and out of the way, like so. We want to bring up the chest like we had it, and rotate. Oh, thought you rotated. Nope. Alright, bring up the sidearms here. They're the forearms as well, but you can call them sidearms. Alright, bring this guy up, and it will tab up there, I believe. so that will plug in to that section like so. Okay, so it's been a minute, guys. I gotta remember how to do that. All right, so let's transform these legs. So I know that these are going to become the Devastator toes, just like they're the current toes. Okay, so we need to pop this out like so. And then, because we want the front of the truck back, we need this to come back here. We need to pop that up. Meanwhile, pulling it out like so. Pull it out. Rotate 180. I'll rotate the other way. Probably be better. Okay. Like so. Alright. Now, this is the part I'm unaware of what happens. Okay. So, if we're facing the front here, we need this guy to collapse into here. I think I had it effectively before. Let's see. Where does this go? Okay, so this hinges this way. That's right. Okay. That is meant to do that number. That was like this. Okay, so this all folded up inside there. So that's inconsequential. This has to swing back here. Okay, that was the part I was missing. All right, so that had to swing back and down. The Devastator toes now come out front. This still has to come up and over, like so. Get the toesies out front, like that. And then we want... Oh, look here. You can get some ankle, I think, technically. Okay. Feels like the very first time. Okay, so plug that into there. It does appear that it needs to be this way. Okay. Now see, there's tabs on the top of the cab there that I'm unsure of what they do. So if that all goes that way, I could have this wrong. So I'm going to stop for a second and figure it out. Okay, so what I was missing was that the purple part folds up and tabs in to there. But yeah, I didn't even realize, hey, you took it to a little bitty heel there. All right, so let's try to figure it out again on this side. We sort of figured it out by accident there. So flip that out. And then we need to untab here. All right, good. Now we need to take the truck front, pull forward, rotate. Actually, don't pull forward, pull back, because it'll only rotate the one way. Come on, fucker. Get out of it. Thank you. All right. So, with that rotated, we need this to fold inward and this to flip down. See, much easier. That tabs into there. We have a big old Devastator toe. This will flip up and tab in to here. Like so. Did it go? Nope. Come on. Get in there. It's not like sewing. There it goes. It like sewed. Alright. So now with that, this way, straighten this up. Tab these guys together. And then this will plug into there. And then you can pull out the Devastator heel from there. Now, the only thing that is lacking is the way it used to all hold itself together. But, I mean, it's still functional, so to speak. I mean, it's close. It's different. You can manipulate the toe a little different. All right, so, and it still connects the same way. Plug, plug, major, big old pluggerson here. Like that. And now we have a Devastator with new legs and new lease on life. Like so. Funny thing, it still looks ridiculous if we're honest here. I still like to rotate that back a bit. So the heels and stuff here, a little different. and the footums, the feetums. The other thing is like the wheels no longer fold flat because he now has this whole section here. But still got a little bit of bend to it, so now we can go out like one partial click, get our ankle rockers involved, and it's a little bit less ridiculous than it was. It's still kind of ridiculous, but it's less ridiculous. Okay, so let me see. Maybe that was part of the problem, is I had that off. Okay, so I got heels, I got nose spur, and everything else like that. And if I want to go almost straight up and down, that's still a thing you can sort of accomplish. There's the issue there. So there's an in-between spot for scrapper that is the right spot for combine mode. You can see there's an interim click there. So I think it's right here. Full extension was bad. Partial extension is what we're going for. So give a little click. Either way. So there's that. Needs a little help staying squirrels in. Actually, he's having a hard time staying squirrels in. Alright, and just kick the ankle, please. Thank you. Just give me that ankle rocker. Ankle, ankle, ankle. Like so. Is it a ridiculous upgrade? No. Alright, last one. We got to do hook. So let's push the big boy back here for now. And we've got the new front of hook. The old front of hook. You can see a major difference here. And the big problem is basically just changing out how the legs work. So once again, I'm going to transform him off camera, and we'll show off the difference. Okay, so we got Hook in robot mode, looking pretty good. And his was never that bad. Like, his feet are fine, but they're a bit hollow. You know, it is what it is. But I think there's a major thing about the colorization and the fact that, you know, his foot shouldn't just look like this. So I've already got the new parts transformed to leg parts. These aren't that bad. And these are just pulling off ball joints, the easiest one so far. Make sure I got the right one. That would be embarrassing. Alright, pop the new guy back on. No screws involved, thank God. Now, if they had found a way to just do that in general, it would have been awesome. So, alright, and then show the back of the legs in comparison to the other one. Oh, lost my focus. To the other one there. Very different. And in fact, I mean, even the front of the legs, significantly different. Looks a bit more G1 cartoonish, which is cool. This leg looks a bit more complete, as it were. See, the weird part is you get this weird gap here where the wheel sort of goes. Now, to transform him is a bit, you know, a little bit different when it comes down to that part, obviously. So we need to shove his head back into the hole. We need to open up the fingertips, like so. Open up the side flaps on the arms, like so. And these parts will still transform exactly as they did in the first go around, like so. Oh, sorry, I forgot something. I knew somebody's chest turned. Just had the wrong one in mind. Alright, so that's like that. Now, unlike other ones, you don't tag the legs together at this point. What you want to do is untab that, flip this out, flip all of this out, and then we're going to close the leg. By the way, something I didn't point out is the articulation change. He now has an ankle rocker like that. Sorry. Didn't mention it. Okay, so now when we get to this point, this is going to close like so. So that's that whole section. As for this side, we want to flip this up here, flip this out there. Then in general, we're going to just open all of that whole side panel open, flip this back like so. And then we're going to rotate this whole piece 180. There's a tab in there that keeps you aligned proper. Let me close this up effectively. Gonna get it here eventually. And then you have holes, tabs, slots, whatnot, like so. And then you have this come across, big tab, closes down on that one. And we have hook in vehicle mode. A little sloppy up here, but you can fix it. Now you got an interesting new headlight section there. It's pretty cool. And everything else still functions the same, looks remotely the same, but now a whole new functionality when it comes to all that mess. As for combine mode, we do the same things. So hold on, one thing I never knew is that slid over just a hair. It's kind of funny. Never knew that. All right, and we pull that out. We can adjust fingers because we don't need them out as such. In fact, actually, sorry. These fingers need to fold flat like that. And then all this comes around just like it did before. And you tab one side into the other, just like we did back in the day. Close this guy up. This hand can close like so. This one doesn't really matter. It's going to be honest. All right, and then we can come back up to Debbie. Oh, still won't fall over backwards. Okay, come on. Our part is standing on smooth glass, guys. Smooth glass. So if they really wanted an upgrade, they should have given us foot pads. All right, turn on the overhead light here so we can get some more light. All right, and this section doesn't change at all. We're just putting Hook back where he was. Pop this off, pop that off, fold down, flip open, grab this, stick that in there. Is there anybody who needs to line up proper? I don't think so. I think that's pretty much it. And then bring this back in, like shoe. Bring this back up, tab in, clip in, bring up, tab in, clip in, tuck that down. See, I never knew that slid over. Seems interesting, like, now that I know it. It's just, it's like it just sort of fills that gap a little bit more. All right, and now we have a fully upgraded set of Constructicons from Newage. We'll go ahead and give him his gun back because he needs his gun. He's going to be shooting at, you know, his eyes don't light up anymore. Okay, so either way, new ratchets in the hips, new feet design. In general, looks pretty good. I digs it. Made alterations that all work for it, not against it. I digs it. It's pretty cool. I just wish they would upgrade this section so that it wasn't so stupid. This is the only part that I still totally disagree with. This whole connection back here for long haul is the most annoying section ever. Because you either get it or you don't. Alright, I'll fix this. Alright, so there it is. The whole upgraded thing. You can pick this up at the Chosen Prime. That's where I got it. I'm pretty sure TF Source will have it down the line. Some places will just send it to you if you tell them you bought all of your Constructicons from Newage from them. Some places will do that, but that's not a guarantee. Just so you know. Man, that sucks that those eyes don't work. Huh. I'll have to look at it. Maybe the batteries are gone. Either way, so it was only a few bucks. Nothing too crazy. The upgrades are pretty cool. The only thing that sucks is you're now stuck with leftover legs. I need the upgrade set for Megatron to swap out his legs because, man, those old Megatron legs are trash. But that's going to be it for this video. I know it was a long one, but having to do the actual instruction side and then using their tiny stupid screwdriver, which by the way, just a week ordeal. So either way, guys, that was fun. So I will see you on the next one. By the way, go watch the whole reviews series on this if you haven't seen it yet. But guys, I'll catch you later.